Hey, Red. Let's see. Hey, Pagan. I thought I was, yeah, I don't know why. I think I accidentally removed you. Sometimes I get a little bit too cautious and I remove people or block people accidentally if I think they're on the ops side, but I apologize if I did that. I need to make sure I'm following you back though. Yes, there you are. Hey, Red. So, if somebody looks like they're a troll account, I may block them just because and please be interactive, like the live, share it out. I don't need gifts, but if you can like it, share it out. Try and keep the live up essentially, because like I said, I know they're already mass reporting. I want to try and keep this live up and going. I want to give Tavi a chance to come and essentially come and address me, since she's all about say it to my face. I want to give her a chance to come and say anything she needs to say to my face. You know, she and I have never actually had one-on-one conversations. She just started coming after me for her friends, like most of them do. And so again, I wanted to give her the opportunity to ask me any questions or address whatever she needs to address with me, since she has a lot to say to me from, behind a screen. And since I woke up this morning to a troll account that was targeting my friend who's a victim of police brutality, I'm going to show you guys I'm going to bring that up. I'm going to show you the account and how I know it was Tavia, because she wants to basically act like it wasn't her. And then she's accusing me of being behind things that I haven't seen anything but her story time. Let's see. Let's see if I could find. There we go. So can you guys see this? Can you guys see this? What this says, James Burns _ZAP. So the zap, I believe, is because my friend who was taken out of this world by police, when the one officer was pummeling him on the shore and basically ending his life from that, the other officer that was supposed to be there to help came along and started tasing him. So this is basically Tavia's way of making fun of the way that my friend was offed by police. So I woke up this morning and all three of my accounts had a request to follow me. And that picture is a picture that I took of him when I was in photography school in 2007, shortly before I moved to Alaska, which was in 2008. See, I'm pretty open with my life. I don't know why they can't be. And so Tavi is using the picture of my friend that I took from photography school as his profile picture. And then she's making this whole page called James Burns Zap, because James was tasered before he was executed on the beaches at Honeymoon Island in Florida. And James, again, no matter how you feel about me, remember, I don't know who Rick Sanchez is. So if I don't know you, you're not coming up right now. Sorry. You can say who you are in the comments section and what your intentions are if you feel like you want to join the live. But right now I'm waiting for Tavia. If anybody could send Tavia messages, her account that she can go live on is the one with over 1,000. I think it's the one that says I can only identify as black. I think that's her screen name. I think that's the one that she can go live on. So Jenny Torres is trying to take credit because Jenny likes to stand in the way for everybody. Jenny, really, again, I've never done anything to Jenny except for return energy. That's it. So she wants to say, remember energy for energy, but let's remember who started everything first, Jenny. You have to go back to the beginning of where everything started. Because really, Jenny, you had no reason to come after me except for you were doing it for other people. You can't mind your own business. Same thing with Tavia. She was doing it for other people. I didn't say her name, right? You didn't say her name, right, Joe? Whose name? Who's Red? I'm sorry. I'm not sure who you're talking about. Let me scroll back. Yeah, no, I didn't say Jenny was responsible. She's trying to take credit because I think she wants Tavia to be left alone. This is the thing I know about Tavia and Jenny. That account was deleted today. It wasn't taken down by being reported. It was deleted. So the person got scared or something because I was tagging like a bunch of Landini and other people. Jenny would absolutely not take down an account. Jenny is a little bit like, in my opinion, somebody who needs to be locked up for the rest of her life. I think they should throw away the key. She's certifiably insane, and I feel that, in my opinion, and I feel that she belongs in either a mental hospital or jail. And I feel like it's pretty sad that her friends let her go on these rampages across the internet and that they don't do a wellness check on her. Because I fully believe that she needs one. I fully believe that Jenny Torres needs to be, like, seriously, somebody needs to have her psychologically evaluated, in my opinion. Jenny wouldn't take down the account. From what I know of her, she's not. Like, Tavia's clearly missing out. I mean, Tavia's got a chance right now to go live with me if she wants. She's got a lot of energy. She says, you know, she had a surprise for me, and the surprise was this account that she clearly created because it wasn't Jenny. Jenny wasn't following it. It was only Tavia, Cuban, Rabbi, the people that like to use James as, you know, their plaything. I mean, Jenny does too. Jenny literally made a video of James singing with the officer who took him out of this world. She made a video of both of them singing. And then she's got 2 pages, pull underscore, there's an underscore between each word. It's pull up for Justice Crew, and Crew is spelled with a K. It's a 1 and a 2, and there's an underscore between each word. And that's Jenny Torres's pages where she's claiming that she's an advocate for victims of police brutality, but she literally made a video of a victim of police brutality singing with the officer who took him out of this world, only to try and get to me. So imagine she's saying, oh, the family doesn't want you to speak on it. Well, I'm trying to get justice for the person. Can you imagine if the family saw that? So she doesn't care about the family. None of them care about the family. None of them care about the victim. They only care about themselves. And they're using a victim in their fight against me. Again, James has not done anything to anybody. He's been gone since 2012. How could he have? I met all of you through TikTok. So how could James have done anything to any of you? So I'm just curious, like, why do they have so much energy for a victim? Is it that your bigotry and your prejudice somehow justifies it, that because he's gay or because he's white or both? Is that it? Because you think his life was not deserving because of that? Because then, like, let's talk about Cuban Delight, who likes to label everybody as racist, but yet she's white pretending that she's not. And she's being disrespectful to natives and people of color while she's claiming that she's native and a person of color, and she's not. And she says that she doesn't have to supply proof for anything, but yet she's asking a native man for proof of who is saying that she was bullying and harassing him? To me, just because she talks like she's a badass doesn't mean she actually is. Same with Tavia. I mean, obviously, Tavia's got a lot of energy behind a screen, but that's about it. So I'm going to ask you guys, if somebody needs to be muted or kicked out, it depends on what they're saying, but I don't want to be too quick to jump on that bandwagon to kick people out or mute them. I really would, if everybody could send this live to Tavia and ask her where she's at. Like, she's the one that wanted my attention so badly. You know, and I understand she may be busy. Like, I'm not like, you know, everybody else, like, tell her to not duck and get in here. I'm not going to be like that. That's Kane Allen. That's other people that do that stuff. I don't expect people to live on the internet and be waiting around for me to call them into a live. That's bullshit. That's just childish, narcissistic, and unrealistic. So I'm not like that. But, you know, I would think that since she has so much energy for me and she has so much to say, she would jump at this opportunity to come in here and talk to me, since she never has. She's never once. Now, I could already watch, mark my words, Cuban Delight will be watching this live from the outside because she's a stalker. She is a stalker. She is a serial stalker, and she will post this on her YouTube. She'll post the sections of it that she wants to on her YouTube, and she'll label it something with my real name, and then she'll claim that I'm a racist, right? But isn't Cuban Delight the actual racist? First of all, is she even Cuban? I know she's white. Like, and then she'll say, well, what business is it of yours? Well, you're the one putting it out on the internet. It's everybody's business once you do that. Once you put it out there on the internet, and yeah, then as you know from the court case that I had with Uni, everybody has the right to question you about it. Once you're putting your shit out on the internet, every single person has their First Amendment right to start questioning you about it. And they have the right to start looking into your personal life too. Like, this is called accountability. We have this right to do it to politicians, to movie stars. I don't know why you would think that you're more special than them. I don't know why you think that you're so great and wonderful just because you do a protest outside of TikTok to protest mass reporting that you actually do yourself quite often. I don't know why you would think that you're special, other than just narcissism, which you seem to have a lot of. A lot of people on this app do. Yes, please tap the screen. Share. Like I said, I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of the donating money thing, because I know like 3/4 of that goes to TikTok, and usually I end up losing the money anyway. So like, I don't think I've ever cashed. I think I cashed out once a long time ago and made it a donation. Like, I was never asking for money. I never cared to try and make money on the app like that. So I don't really want gifts. You know, I know people like to send them and try to keep the live up. Likes and shares are good enough for me. If I need to restart it, I'll restart it. I'm just surprised that Tavi is missing out on her opportunity. I would have thought that she would have loved this. Let me see. I'm going to send this out to a few more people. Let's see. I'm sending it out a few different ways too, because I know that sometimes will help keep it going. Let's see. Who else? All right. She had a distant relative that she was born on the U.S. Army base in Cuba. Who did? Denise? Is that why she claims herself as Cuban, because of that? And by the way, Cuban, I saw your little, your thing where you were just mad that I was in a box with Scholar. He and I don't even follow each other back. Like, he used to follow me, but when he tried to take credit for the body cam footage of Penelope, and I called him out on that, I kind of like was a little bothered, but you know, I kind of let it go by the wayside. The only reason why, you know, was basically working with some people to try and expose the fact that there is a person on this app with, I think, over 1 million followers that did some really horrible things to their child when their child was about 3 months old. And as a survivor of somebody who was abused as a child, I think that's pretty horrible. And the TikTok guidelines themselves say that somebody who has been convicted of such abuse is not supposed to be allowed on this app. So Patrick Genti, somebody who I used to really admire way back in the day, because I thought he was, you know, a good representation of the LGBTQI plus community. I've since learned he's not. I used to think he was a good looking man. I used to think he was like cool, but I've watched more and more, and the more I've watched, the more I've realized, like, no, he even admits that he's a POS. He admits it himself that he's a POS. And when I saw what he did to his own kids and then neglected the kids to the point where it was a medical concern, and I looked into it myself because I didn't want to believe things blindly, because I'm not a big fan of doing that. And I looked into it myself, and I saw 3 different charges on 3 different dates. One where he was the actual caretaker, babysitter. I really, like, I lost all respect. And I was like, yeah, this needs to be called out. Because what I've seen time and time again is that there's this group online, The Fold. And I used to really be a fan of The Fold. And I know what T. Nathan says. Like, I know he says it was bestowed upon him by the ancestors. And let's face it, though, he is the founder. I mean, that's the reality. Like, if we're going to come out of, you know, fairy tale land and talk about reality, he's the founder of it. And I think it started out with good intentions to be a voice for the voiceless, to stand for the marginalized communities and whatnot. But when they're out here sitting here saying that they stand with the LGBTQI plus community, but several of their members are using a victim from the LGBTQI plus community, a victim of police brutality, as their play toy, where they make profiles up about him. They'll make videos of him singing and dancing next to the officer that took him out of this world. They'll constantly make up stories about him. Like Tavia loves to say that James unalived himself. He went to the beach because he was having an emotional day from the guy that he dated before he passed away, which was not me, by the way. We had been broken up for about 13 years, about 12 to 13 years. We'd broken up in 1999, and he was unalived in 2012. You can do math. I know it's hard for you, Jenny, but you can do it. You can do it, Jenny. I know you told on yourself when you were trying to claim you were 50, and then you said that you moved away from Puerto Rico after Hurricane Hugo when you were 9, letting me know that you were really born in 1980, just like I said, and you had a hard time with that math. I know math isn't your strong subject, but you can do it. You can do it. So yeah, James dated somebody else for almost a decade after he and I broke up, and that guy, even though they were broken up, that guy got James upset, and James went to the beach that day, and an officer took him out of this world. James didn't unalive himself, so spreading that false narrative is bullshit. I heard iCreep was in Alive the other day saying that the aunt in several news articles and somebody who talked to the aunt directly said that James was already in the fight before the aunt said so, which is bullshit. She's got the story twisted. But I'm curious, why is she talking to somebody that talked to the aunt? Because the only people that talked to the aunt was initially Uni and Nona Mama during one phone call. And then Guinevere, Lady Guinevere with almost 1 million followers, harassed the family of a victim of police brutality as well via email. In fact, I say harassed because the first time she reached out to the aunt basically blocked her. And then she reached out to her in a different way, and the aunt said, I already blocked you once, make your purposes known. And Lady Guinevere was very manipulative. In fact, I have the emails right here. We can read them. If Tavi is not going to show, we can talk, because I guarantee you Lady Guinevere won't face me. She literally, instead of facing me, Lady Guinevere called the cops and filed a false police report, and then in her city, in my city, and then she filed a no contact order against me, which the judge dismissed and basically told her she was crazy, because she was trying to say that I was sending subliminal messages to my followers to take care of her, which is what they do. But I digress. But yeah, if Tavia doesn's want to come in, we can read the emails from Lady Guinevere and show how manipulative she was. Jenny's super psycho. Rick, I'm just curious, who are you? Who are you? All voiced by me. Come check these impersonations out. YouTube. You know what? I like doing impersonations too. So, I don't know, maybe I will let Rick up just to see who they are. Jenny doesn't have any right to talk with me anymore. Jenny, I don't know why Jenny thinks that she's privileged to my family's information because she started coming after my family first. I don't know why Jenny thinks that she's entitled as a cisgendered, straight, white woman. I'm sorry, white Latino woman. I don't know why she thinks that she's entitled to my privacy. If you disrespect me, don't expect respect in return. Jenny, that's how it works. You don't get special privileges, and you don't get to hide behind the fact that you're a woman or anything else when you bring all that energy. That's the same thing with other people. I'll not say her name again. That's the same thing with other people, though. Don't come out here and deliver all this energy and be disrespectful to somebody and then say, oh, you're doing this to me and I'm this, so you should treat me with special privileges. No, you don't get special privilege. The world is not fair. Sorry. I'll be fair, but you're going to get fair treatment. You bring something to me, you're going to get it back, and I'm not going to hold... I shouldn't say I'm not going to hold back, because I've held back a lot. I've held back on Tavia for 2 years, but she keeps coming at me for her friends. I've never done anything to Tavia. Ask anybody, if you can reach out to Tavia, ask her how we met. Ask Tavia how we met and ask her why she's coming after me. We met because of the mob mentality, because she chose to engage in the mob mentality with her friends when Uni was asking everybody to come after me. Uni, who's too afraid to face me. Uni, who's too afraid to face me. Lady Guinevere, who's too afraid to face me. Penelope, who's too afraid to face me. Tavia now, who's too afraid to face me. And the only reason that she keeps coming after me is for her friends. Oh, yes, Heather, we've seen that screenshot where Denise claimed that she was black. Denise can't make up her mind what she is anymore. I'll tell you what she is, in my opinion. It begins with an R and ends with an acist. I mean, when you're a white woman pretending you're not, just to get... Basically what she's doing is she's saying, wait a minute, I see that black people are starting to be recognized and appreciated, so I want to latch onto that as a white woman. Like, that's literally what you're doing. You're literally moving in on people of color when they finally get anything good and you're trying to leech onto that. That is the ultimate bullshit white woman thing, in my opinion, that you could be doing on this internet. You're literally Rachel Dolezal 2.0. And if you're going to go to a native man and tell him that he needs to bring receipts to you about which elders you're harassing, then I think you should step up to the plate and prove that you're fucking native like you told him you were. Why don't you bring that receipt forward and prove that you're actually native, Denise? Because you're not. You're not. And you sat there and you were disrespectful and racist to a native man. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And you're a therapist and you're out here calling everybody else things and you're labeling people as predators and you're a therapist. What are you going to do with clients that you don't like? That's what I want to know. Why should a person like that even have a license to practice? That's like not, that person is not in their right frame of mind. That's somebody who is, in my opinion, they're a danger to society. Let's see. She thinks that she's the police of TikTok. Talks shit while living in a gated community. Yeah. And you know what, Tavia, have you ever seen what Tavia's apartment looked like? She's not there anymore. We all know she's living with Casey Camden and his girlfriend. But Tavia's old apartment was actually pretty lush. Like, nice pool outside. Like, I looked it up. Because I was curious. Oh, and another thing. I creep. Since I know you like to watch everything I'm doing, show me the video. Because you claimed I went by Wig's house and posted a video or something like that. You show me that. Submit feedback. They're going to make me restart the live again because, let's see. Community guidance should have. Does not contain the mention. Yeah, no. They're going to make me start this live again because they're just too busy reporting it. God, talk about hurt feelings. Patrick is the babysitter. So I'm gonna again, because they want to keep reporting this. I'm gonna restart the live again. Cuban, make sure you're watching from the outside and stalking me, because I don't watch you, Cuban, but you're obsessed with me. You're clearly obsessed with me, Cuban. You're clearly obsessed where you can't handle people talking about you. So, does anybody know if you can pop in the comments? Do I need to restart the live if I get a warning? Is it just best that I do to avoid them mass reporting it? Who? Jenny really lives in her car? Yeah, you need to. Okay, if you guys don't mind, just keep an eye. I'll come right back. Just come right back if you can. I'm going to restart this because they're mass reporting it, and I will restart it. Like, just give me 1 minute and I'll come right back. Yeah, I appreciate you all. I want to get this out. And, like, share this out to Tavi if you can. Like, I really want to address her if she's available because she has so much to say to me. So, let's see. How do I stop this? All right.